The Leica Q, if I may say so, is a photographer's camera. At the same time, it is also a tool which is exquisitely designed with simple features which any normal person can also use. And you will hear some experiences later on from the very talented Ming, who has also joined us today to be a part of the gathering. Thank you, Ming, and you will be on the stage in a few moments from now. I would also not hesitate to say this is the first time that I will make a statement which could be pretty loud and clear. This is the fastest, smallest, compact system camera in the world in its category. So we are very, very proud at Leica to announce this. And to give you a little bit more about some of the very key features of this, I will be also sharing the mic with my colleague, Johan, who will be sharing some words with you. Last but not least, thank you very much once again for joining. And as a part of the tradition at Leica, we make big sensors and small compact cameras. And here is a very, very good example for you today. So thanks very much for joining us, and one more time.
Good afternoon, esteemed guests. I'm Johan Effendi. I'm taking care of business development for Leica Camera in Malaysia. I would like to share with you some of the key features for Leica Q. Actually, I would like to share with you all the features for the Leica Q, but I don't think we have all day. So we'll just go through the key features. One being speed, digital zoom, ease of use, and connectivity. But before that, I would like to share with you some of the images taken by our brand ambassadors, which is Alberto Vengazo and Jason Peterson. They have taken their time with Leica Q and have taken some shots in various conditions. Like this was taken in a circus in very low lighting conditions, but still the Leica Q managed to turn out a very beautiful output. So the Leica Q is suitable for every single way of photography for everyone else. So like this could be spontaneous shots. You could use the Leica Q for reportage, architecture, and even portraits. So basically, the Leica Q is all about you. The Leica Q has a full-frame 24-megapixel CMOS sensor, which means bigger pixels and high sensitivity. This, coupled with a 28mm 1.7 Cinelux lens, this combination makes the Leica Q perfect for everyone, perfect for different ways of photography, and perfect for you. Now back to the key features of the Leica Q. As I mentioned, speed. The Leica Q is extremely fast. The exposure times is up to 1/16,000 of a second, which means you are able to take freeze actions, and you are able to have fantastic shots with shallow depth of field under bright light without the use of any filter. And the ISO range is 100 to 50,000, and for continuous shooting you will have up to 10 pictures per second. So you are able to take photos of fast moving subjects without losing any frames. Secondly, I would like to share with you the feature of the digital zoom. Basically, for the digital zoom, it allows you to toggle between the default 28mm megapixels, 28mm view, and then you can toggle to a 35mm and also a 50mm. So basically, this digital zoom allows you to magnify a certain scenery without losing much details. I show you how. For example, this is a scenery taken from a glass window at 28mm, 24 megapixels. Same scenery at 35mm, 15 megapixels. So if you look closely, of course the LCD TV won't really do justice, but if you have it transferred to your own workstation, you will see all the details remain. You still have all the fine qualities also there. So now this is the 50mm at 8 megapixels. Now these are all 3 photos in comparison, so you can see the difference in terms of view. Now, what I would like to share with you is that this photo is at the 50mm mode, but 100% cropped. If you see, look closely, there's no details lost at all. So it is perfect for every single situation out there. Next one, as I mentioned, ease of use. Now, when you're out shooting, moments come unannounced. Let's say you are a street photographer. You go around trying to take photos of, let's say you have a situation, you see a sweet old couple walking down the street, you want to take photos of them. You take out your camera and somehow you fiddle around with the buttons, and then you're about to take a photo, you lose the opportunity. Too bad. Now, now Leica listens to each and every one of you. Based on the feedback we got, we are now introducing the FN button, which allows fast navigation to your favorite features in the camera. So, with this FN button, when you press and hold it down, you are able to assign your favorite feature to that particular FN button. So, in the next round, you are able to access immediately at the press of a button. For example, by default, it is set as white balance. Maybe you would prefer going through exposure. So you set it as exposure. The next time around, you can immediately access it quickly. Now, still on the topic of ease of use. For me, I do photography, but I'm a casual. I do everything on auto. But for most people, I think you are more comfortable with doing manual. You are more advanced than most of us. So again, with ease of use, you are able to switch. You are able to switch from autofocus to manual focus at a switch of a knob. This switch will also enable you to go to changing the shutter speed, changing the focus, and also you could access the macro mode again at the switch of a knob. Okay, just to share with you, when we are on manual focusing, the photo will be 3 times enlarged, and you could also use the set button to have it 6 times enlarged. And in addition, there is also focus peaking, so it could help you with more precise manual focusing. So, in this day and age, we have social media. We do love to take photos and share on our favorite platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. So with Leica Q, we have a Wi-Fi module integrated with it. So this enables you to have your camera connected to your device, your smart device, and you can immediately upload your photos at a swipe of a finger. Directly upload to your favorite platform. Okay? This connectivity feature will only be available to a Leica Q app. This is currently available to download on iOS, but coming soon it will have on Android. Last but not least, we have the accessories. So we have a range of accessories made specifically for the Leica Q, and this is made from exquisite Italian leather, the same material used in other high fashion brands. So we'll go through a few. So this is the stylish Leica Q holster. This is the Leica Q hand grip and finger loop. This is the Leica Q Ever Ready case. The Leica Q protector. And this is my own favorite, the Leica Q. Sorry. Alright, thank you so much. I would like to invite Ming Tian, who's here together with us, to share more of his experience and insight on using the Leica Q. Thank you, Ming.
Thank you, Johan. Thank you, Sunil. Good afternoon, everybody. I apologize, I'm looking a bit tired and frazzled. I just literally came from the airport and I'm going back to the airport in about 5 hours. That's because I'm between assignments at the moment, and on my last assignment I was actually shooting with the Q. Now, for those of you who may not know what my history is, I actually started off as a photojournalist for the City of London in 2009, did a short stint with them. And that was interesting to me because it really taught me how to do storytelling. It taught me how to do, taught me how to use a wide-angle lens properly. And basically, 28 millimeters was my normal. I shot with an M8 and a 21 Cinelux for the better part of a year and a half, and 28 is a very intuitive choice for me. The thing is, up till now, we have not had a lot of choices for 28, be it for SLRs or be it for compact cameras or what have you. And I've always struggled to find something which can match the image quality of what I get out of the longer focal lengths. So I was very, very excited when Johan called me out and said that we have this new thing which is 28 millimeters, and we think you'll probably like it, and it's full frame. He was right, and I can say that for most of you, you will probably not test this camera to its limits. On my last assignment, I was shooting documentary for a construction company in Hong Kong. They were doing tunnel boring for the new subway line. So I was about 150 meters underground. Humidity down there, it's in the middle of summer, so humidity down there is about 95%. There's no ventilation, it's 50 degrees, everything's covered in mud and condensation and water, and it's a physically really unpleasant environment. This thing came through without missing a beat. My client's very happy. I've delivered the images from that, and I've told them I'm not giving it back. You can take my credit card. But no, honestly, I think one of the things with the M experience, the original film M experience, and I see a lot of film M's here today, is that you will know that it's a very immediate sort of camera. You turn it on, you don't have to turn it on, you know what it's set to, you know what the shutter speed is set to, you know what the distance is set to, and you know exactly what you're going to get. With enough experience, you can pre-visualize the frame, and that's one of the things I really loved about it. But I think with the digital age and exposure becoming quite critical, focus becoming more critical with increased resolution, we needed something a little bit more, how should we say, something a little bit more precise. I feel the Q is a perfect fit for that because it's precise in focusing, it's precise in exposure. You've got live overexposure warning. It's precise in framing. Unlike the MC, you can see 100% of the finder, which I really, really love. I like to use every single pixel. So, sorry, I don't use the crop modes, but I use every single pixel to the edges. And it's good because the lens supports that as well. The lens is pretty strong. It's actually got a bit of a dual character. So with wide apertures, it tends to render more cinematic. There's a nice separation between foreground and background, a smooth transition. When you stop it down, it's very nice across the entire frame and very clinical, which is great because basically, if you want something a little bit more with a bit more character, you use it at 1.7. You want something which is really, I would say, as transparent as you can probably get from a 28 lens. You stop it down to 5.6 or 8. What I found very funny was that you've actually made the best manual focus camera with autofocus. So even though the manual focus implementation is, I think, the best of any camera at the moment, you can get, the minute you turn the manual focus lens, you get peaking, you get magnification, tap the shutter and it goes back to the normal view. But autofocus is already fast enough and accurate enough that, to be honest with you, I've not used the manual focus function other than when I was just mucking around with it to see whether it works. I mean, it is fast enough to be immediate, it's transparent, it does exactly what you expect it to do, when you expect it to do it. I have to say, it has a very big shooting envelope, and what I mean by that is the conditions under which you can expect to get an image of a certain level of quality. And this camera has now replaced all the other sort of compacts I normally carry for immediacy, because I find that the shooting envelope of this is easily 2 to 2.5 stops greater between the finder, between an ability to brace it, between the image stabilization and the faster lens. You claw back quite a lot of ability to shoot in very, very low light conditions, and I would say very marginal conditions. So the other thing with shooting underground is there's very little light. And I'm very pleased with how this camera's performed. I think the biggest litmus test for me is A, printability, and B, how much does it make you want to use it, right? I think the printability question is very well answered already behind you. I think the how much do you want to use it question is answered by the fact that I've shot this for about, 10 days now, something like that, 8 to 10 days. My shutter count is about 4,500. So that's high even for documentary work. But there you go. So I think there are none left, right? Something like that. You're going to get some more, right? Yeah, good. Okay, thank you very much for coming. I'll be sticking around if you've got questions. And I've got a very, very long review on the website. You might need more than one coffee to get through it all. And of course, there's a lot more pictures as well. Thank you very much again, and thank you, Sunil.
Thank you very much, and thank you for making the time all the way from Hong Kong. I hope you understood his communication, because I didn't, right? He is absolutely talented when he talks about the technical aspects of a camera like that. And most of those things were just passing through my ears, because I'm not a photographer like Ming Thian, and it's not my source of living on a daily basis. But what I really love about this product is I actually keep it in the auto mode, right? It has, I love shooting food, like most of us Malaysians and Singaporeans. The moment you see a nice dish on the table, you want to take a quick, your phone out, and you want to, tease everybody what beautiful food you're eating. So this has that function. It has a macro function in which you can make some of your friends very jealous of the kind of meals that you're having. So whilst it is a photographer's tool, at the same time it's also a very simple tool for non-photographers. So today we will also be announcing the price of this beautiful tool. I know there is a bit of confusion in terms of GST, non-GST. Malaysia is still going through that. We've decided to start with the Leica Q with a GST price. So the price will be inclusive of GST. And those who placed orders and have perhaps got them confirmed, and those who place orders today, will be paying 16,500 ringgit all inclusive. Plus you will get a choice to take one of the accessories free, excluding that day back. There are two options, and our colleagues will explain those options to you, when you are around those accessories. So good news, you'll get a beautiful camera for 16,500, GST included, and don't and you'll also get one of those beautiful accessories along with that. And this is only valid today for pre-booking. So it will change tomorrow morning, everything will be back to normal, but the price will still remain at 16,500. The first batch, mind you, has already been sold out in Malaysia, and we are looking forward to bringing the July batch into June. So I'm trying to kneel down and make some serious requests to Germany to send us those products as quickly as possible, because this is really a remarkable product, very well priced, great quality for money, and I think those of you who are really serious about it should take the call today. Thank you very much. Enjoy your rest of the evening here. Most of us are here to help you answer any questions. Of course, I will directly tell you the technical stuff. Please go to Ming Thian, and he's a master. He's very talented with all these things. And the simple things, you can come to me. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.